welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my experience with braces as an adult. This is just my personal experience. I'm going to answer some common questions that I got asked either when I was in treatment or afterward. I'm going to be sharing some before and after photos and yeah, just share my experience, period. This video is not sponsored by anyone. And if you're new here, I would love it if you subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. So yes, without further ado, let's just get started. So, a little backstory. I've always been insecure about my teeth. I've always dealt with insecurity. I always used to smile with my mouth, with my teeth not showing, like, and people used to make fun of me for it. So I've always had an insecurity of my teeth. I always knew that I needed braces for myself. When we was younger, the door for me to get braces as a teenager was not open and we couldn't afford it. Point blank period. My parents couldn't afford it, which is totally fine. I got my braces on December 12th, 2017. I was 24 years old. I remember specifically the day because it was my son's birthday. He was at school. I came to pick him up and he's like, "Mommy, what's on your teeth?" So that's when he learned all about braces that day. Braces for a year and a half. So I got my braces removed June 27th of 2019. I got my treatment done at the office, the dental office that I was working at the time. I had did a consultation with the orthodontist there, and from there we kind of just discussed numbers with my manager at the time, and she got me a great deal. She actually got me 50% off of my braces, and I was able to start it without putting any deposit down. So I did pay for my braces out of pocket, but I did have a nice discount there. I'm not going to be naming the office or anything like that just for privacy reasons, but yeah, just know. Just know. I have my braces on, and my experience with the pain or if it hurt, I have a really high pain tolerance, guys, so I wouldn't really say that the experience hurt. It was definitely sore. When I first got my braces on, it was very hard to eat. I remember actually crying just because I couldn't eat because I felt like the brackets were like scraping the side of the cheeks, but I knew that it was just like a learning curve. I have to get used to having metal in my mouth. So that's the only specific thing that I remember is the first couple days it was hard to eat because I had to get used to having something in my mouth, and I remember my mouth being sore, but it was nothing that a little Tylenol didn't fix for me, and that pain didn't last very long. That was my experience with getting the braces on. I did get metal braces, basic metal braces. I was getting adjustments every 4 weeks just because I worked there and I was able to go that often, but generally your adjustments are every 6 weeks. Most people ask me why I decided to get braces versus the Invisalign route or the plastic aligners. The reason that I decided to go the metal braces route is because I just thought that it was less maintenance for me personally. There was less thought needed there. I just had the braces on my teeth. I had to make sure they were brushed, clean, wear my rubber bands when I needed to, which I'll get to that in a moment. And also cost. I always assumed that I would never be eligible for the Invisalign route just because my crowding was so severe. I didn't think that it would be possible. So I never really dived into that realm, I guess. I never really considered it. I just always assumed that I would have to get the brackets. I was always okay with the metal braces. So the reason I would say is because less maintenance for me and cost. That's right, I didn't decide to go with the aligners. Got my just every 4 weeks. The only time I ever felt pain is when I would like go too long on an adjustment, like if our schedule got too busy and it just wasn't time for me to go get an adjustment you know, while I was at work, and I went too long in between adjustments. Adjustments is when your doctor changes your rubber bands and makes any changes, or, you know, makes any changes and takes a look at your teeth basically. That's the only time that I experienced any pain, and it was like a sore pain. Like my mouth felt sore because my teeth were actually moving, you know. They've been in that place for a minute and now they're moving again. Tooth that was like farther back when I first got my braces, so that tooth, like it had a bracket on it, but it was never connected to the wire. It was so funny. I remember being with the Ghana, and I'm looking back at my old videos, and I'll try to find a video, but my little tooth was way back there, and I was like, how are we gonna bring that tooth forward? It is so far back. It's like braces and like dentistry and orthodontics is so wild and cool to me. Only issue that I had with my braces process was wearing my rubber bands. I had to wear rubber bands in like a little triangle up here in the front. I had to wear those at all times. You would think I would know this because I was in dentistry, but like orthodontics was not my my specialty or my area, so I was just kind of listening to what they do. But I was required to wear rubber bands on my teeth, and that was the hardest thing that I had to do because I never did it. I mean, my doctor would be like, you know, if you would wear your rubber bands, this would go much quicker. And she would see me and she'd be like, are you wearing rubber bands? I'm like, huh? What? Come in? What? Huh? My only issue was wearing my rubber bands. I would just, because you have to like constantly take them out, put them back in, take them out, put them back in, take them out, put it back in. So since it was something that I had to do and like work that I had to maintain, it was something that was very hard for me. You would think it'd be so simple, just put your rubber bands on, but like, trust me, it's not so simple. It would be sore because, you know, it's actually moving your teeth. And so just being on top of wearing my rubber bands and having to remove them and keep them back on, because you have to remove them to eat and stuff like that, and, you know, replace them. That was the hardest thing for me through my whole braces process, is just remembering to wear my rubber band. I got my braces removed June 27th, like I said earlier, and I actually had my braces removed a little early. Actually, I don't even know how early. Yeah, it would have been considered a year early. I was supposed to be in braces for, she said 18 months, which if you think about it, that was 18 months, but she still wasn't satisfied with my results. You know how dentists are, they want it perfect. It was getting to the point where I had just had Lennox, so I wasn't gonna no longer be working at the office. The office is farther from me, and the dentist wasn't very happy about that, but it was my choice, and I was so satisfied with my teeth that it was okay for me. Did not get a permanent bonded retainer. I did get the retainers that you have to put in and out each night. If you don't know what retainers are just like a little tray similar to Invisalign that you're supposed to wear after you get your braces off. When you first get your braces off, you need to wear them all the time, and then like after 3 months you can just wear them at night. So this is one of the reasons that I love that I got it as an adult, because when you hear stories of teenagers getting braces, they always say, I lost my retainers, I lost my retainers, I lost my retainers, and their teeth moved. They shifted because you're not wearing your retainers. A teenager in school, you take your retainers to school, you put them on your lunch tray, you accidentally throw them out, or you leave them here, you leave them there. So I love that that's one benefit of getting my braces as an adult, is I'm a little more responsible and I can actually keep track of my retainers. So I do have to wear retainers every night. Now I'm not really wearing them every night. I'm wearing them like every other night, or every like 2 nights, and then I'll wear them just to make sure that nothing's shifting, but I don't wear them every single night. When I first got them, I really religiously wore them every day, all day, until I was eating, and I put them back in, constantly washing them and putting them back in my mouth. So I did not get the permanent retainer. Permanent retainer is like a little, kind of like a wire behind your teeth to hold your teeth from shifting. This time I'm very happy with my teeth and my smile. However, I do drink a lot of coffee, so I'm working on getting my teeth whiter, and so we're in the whitening process now. So I'm happy about my smile, and I'm still getting used to how I want to smile. I love it so much, and I truly think that investing in myself and my confidence was the best thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to some questions that I was constantly asked either during treatment or on afterwards. I did leave a little question box on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I will leave it right here. So the first one was, did your insurance cover it? If not, how much were your out-of-pocket fees? My insurance did not cover it. I did not go with the insurance. I paid for it out of pocket. I didn't want to deal with all of that. I just wanted to pay for it and get it done with. Pocket fees were, and I don't remember the exact cost, but I remember that my braces were $2,000 and some change for my braces. My out-of-pocket fees, I think my payments were like I want to say like $180 a month or something like that. However, if you want to know if your insurance covers it, obviously contact your insurance. If not, there's another option with the care.com. I don't know if you ever heard of care.com. They have like a financing that you can apply for, that you use that towards braces. Or most dental offices have a payment plan that you can go on to make it affordable for you. Just call your local dentist, call your dentist, or call orthodontics and set up a consultation. Most of the time the consultation is free. They will give you the pricing, they will give you the different payment plans, options, financing options. Just go out and do the work. Someone said, I want to get braces so bad. I recommend it. If you are not fully satisfied with your smile, go ahead and do it. This is the best thing that I've done for myself, my confidence. Like, I love it so much and I'm so happy. How bad was the pain? 1 to 10. 1 to 10, the pain for me was like 3. On those days where it was the worst, I would say 7. From 3 on the normal average day. If it was sore because I waited too long for adjustment, probably about a 7. Your teeth look amazing. Thank you. Do you have an opinion on Invisalign or clear aligners in general? So from my experience, people who get aligners, everyone I know, like they say it's always 10 weeks. Okay, everyone I know, their treatment has got extended past the 10 weeks. So they had to have their dentist order them some new additional aligners, and they're always in it long. In my case, aligners is more work for the patient and more of a cost. So if you're okay with doing the work and you're on top of that and you're okay with having the trays in your mouth 22 hours a day and keeping track of when to change them and put the next one in, then I recommend it. A permanent retainer, do you have to wear a plastic one for the rest of your life? So yes, you are required to wear the retainers for the rest of your life. You're supposed, I guess you can get new ones. I was wondering, like, am I supposed to get a new one after a certain amount of years? Because it would be gross to have like the same ones forever. But I do wash them with the toothbrush, toothpaste toothbrush, wash them off every time I put them back in my mouth. And yeah, you do have to wear them every night. My next question is, any questions to ask before having them removed? I'm almost at the end of mine soon. First of all, yay, that is so exciting when you're about to get your braces off. Like, that's so exciting when you see yourself. I cried. I literally cried when I saw how my teeth looked when I got my braces off. Like, I was going around the office like, look, because they had seen me with my teeth effed up, basically. And being a dental assistant with messed up teeth, like, that was bold of me. But okay, any questions to ask them? So any questions? I would say ask them about your retainer. Like, does it need to be replaced? If so, how often? Aren't satisfied with the color of your teeth, like if there's any staining, because it's possible that there's staining afterwards because, you know, you had a bracket in that one spot and then you've been brushing around that bracket for however long you had your braces. So do they have any whitening options? If so, how much? You're good, girl. If you're not satisfied, speak your mind. That's one thing I would say. What are the alternatives to metal braces? So they also have the aligners, like we talked about in this video, as well as they also have ceramic. Ceramic are the brackets. The little bracket is like the little metal thing that's actually glued to your tooth. They have ceramic ones that are clear, so they're less noticeable, but to me they're still just as noticeable, and actually they might be even more noticeable because it looks like you're hiding something, but it's very obviously there. And the bracket is thicker, like much thicker, and it protrudes more. So they have the ceramic, and they actually have lingual braces, which are braces that are anti-teeth, so you can't see them. But I can imagine that would be comfortable. At what age should my child get braces? This is a great question. Do not get your child braces so early that they cannot take care of them or appreciate them. That's one thing I would say. A lot of the teenagers that I would see, or even younger kids, I've seen kids as young as 8 years old with braces. Just depends on the severity of their case. They would have their braces, but their teeth would be just gunked with stuff. They wouldn't be washing them appropriately. Food stuck for like 2-3 days. Gums are inflamed, like, I mean, puffy. Like, you can see the gums a mile away, and they don't appreciate them. And then all that money and all that time for what? So they could lose their retainer and their teeth can go back. Make sure that they can appreciate them and take care of them. I would say wait as long as you think that they're responsible and their hygiene is where it needs to be. This is available for adults? Obviously, yes. 100% they are. Do braces do anything other than improve my smile? There, in some cases, it's more than just improving the look of your smile. It's improving the bite, like how you bite. And that can be helpful when it comes to maintaining the health of your teeth and the cleanliness of your teeth, because teeth are connected to a lot. So please take care of your teeth. But yes, in some cases it could improve your bite, which can provide you with less opportunity for cavities or gingivitis or anything like that. Are braces really that bad? No, they're not that bad at all. Like, it's a learning curve, but they are worth it 100%. Like, I would do it all over again. I would wait all over again. I'm gonna have my kids wait. They're gonna need braces, I already could tell. Braces are really not that bad, honestly, truly. And if you're on the verge, or if you're on the fence about getting them, please go get a free consultation and start talking with your orthodontist, because it's definitely a choice you will never regret. That is all the questions that I have today for this video. I hope this video was beneficial for you. I answered any questions that you were thinking about, and if I did it, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer those for you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and catch you in my next video. Bye.
If I were to leave, I'll come back. I got to time for that. I'll like do something else.